going to talk about waiting. Paghihintay. Pero hindi sa pagmamahal. What do you think is the meaning of waiting? Waiting means to stay in a place until an unexpected event happens. It's until someone arrives. It's until something turns into something else. And waiting is not to do something until something else happens. Sobrang hintay na lang ako, guys. Pero naghihintay ka na lang lagi. And it is to remain in a state in which you expect or hope that something will happen soon. Before I made this talk, I asked my friends what waiting is for them. For them, waiting means sending multiple copies of their resume to different companies and hoping that at least one company will call them. But sometimes, waiting is also sitting down, like SpongeBob, in a coffee shop, assuming that his best friend will arrive. And simply, waiting means falling in line and hoping that there will still be tickets to the next game. But most of the time, it means waiting for the next time because your best friend decided to cancel your coffee date. No company will call you. Ang sakit nung no company will call you. And the last ticket was sold to the person in front of you. I'm an old player of the waiting game. Whoops. Sorry. I'm an old player of the waiting game, and I've waited for so many things to happen to me. And sometimes I stare at nothing and hope that the next best opportunity will present itself while I'm staring at the stars. But waiting didn't get me anywhere. So I've become a fast player. I stuff my schedule with activities that make me feel productive, purposeful, or something that will make me feel that I'm going somewhere. But every time I hurry, I get a dose of regret. I've rushed in life so many times, and I try to validate my speedy decisions with, I may not get the opportunity the next time. Those shoes won't go on sale anymore, so bibili lang ako sa night market sa Baguio. And sometimes I validate it with the phrase, you only live once. And because of that, I went back to what waiting meant for me, but I changed it. Today, waiting for me is being patient. Being patient while I move. It is to do something until the next best thing happens. It is the ability to carry on while tolerating delay, trouble, and suffering without getting upset. Can you repeat that? Without getting upset.
Without getting upset.
Very good, children. Yes, some rush decisions may lead you to good things, even greater, but I'm going to tell you to wait. I'm going to tell you that it's okay to wait. Waiting for your next time will be worth it because your next time will be your best time. And I'll give you 3 reasons why. I'm not following my PowerPoint. Ayan, I'll give you 3 reasons why. First reason is, waiting will give you confidence. Say confidence. So, your host earlier asked who here are introverts, extroverts, anyone? I'm saying, hello! Introverts. Very, okay lang introverts, wag kayo mag-raise ng hand kasi introvert kayo. And self-declared introverts, and sometimes introverts that are mistaken for extroverts, I get mistaken for an extrovert sometimes. Scott Barry Kaufman, the scientific director of the Imagination Institute, tells that one major difference between the brains of extroverts and introverts is the way we respond to the neurotransmitter called dopamine. Say dopamine. I like this. I like to teach kindergarten or high school. Dopamine is a chemical release in your brain. For extroverts, well, we all have dopamine, but for extroverts, you use this neurotransmitter. It's a chemical release in your brain, and it provides motivation to seek external rewards, like earning money, climbing the social ladder, even attracting your crush, or getting the high-profile project at work or in school. And when this neurotransmitter floods your brain, all of you, extroverts or introverts, You become more talkative. Daldal ka ng daldal. You are alert to your surroundings. You like to take risks already. And you explore your environment. But for me, I'd like to think, and I think I've taken the Myers-Briggs test, and that tells me I'm an introvert. For an introvert like myself, I prefer to use another neurotransmitter in our brain, and it's called, I'm still not yet following my PowerPoint, and it's called acetylcholine. Can you repeat that? Let's call this neurotransmitter ACE, okay? Here, ACE, if dopamine provides you motivation to seek external rewards, this neurotransmitter makes you feel good. Makes you feel good, remember. Makes you feel good when you turn inward. This neurotransmitter powers our abilities to think deeply, to reflect, to focus intensely. So it's so frustrating. It's the most frustrating thing to live with as you grow older. And you think to yourself, I just want to pass my exams. Pwede ba pag-exam din ako? But no, I just want to pass my exams. But some of you might consider not finishing school. Don't. I'm finishing school. Some succeed, but some don't when they don't finish school. And you may feel that your skills and knowledge will be good enough for you to earn a living. It's okay. It's okay to be confident with your talents. But I will again tell you to wait. Wait until you become intelligent, until you become skilled. Because you want to know why you need to wait? No, you don't? Baba na katok sa ko.
I do.
Why? Why? You need, I love it. Thank you, fans. You need to study. You need to study and practice. You need to set aside personal time to gain knowledge and experience and skill. How long does it take to finish high school? How long does it take to get an undergraduate degree? 2, 4 years? How long does it take to master a skill? You cannot build a house if you don't know how to even hammer a nail. Just ko pa ako na lang, guys. You can't be a chemist if you'll just eat your chemistry book. You can't dissect a frog if you can't even put it to sleep. I remember in high school, ay matulog na pala ako, sinapak ko eh. Tapos pinagalitan ako ng chemistry teacher ko. And seriously, you can't even run for government if you have no experience. Well, if you have love for the country, why not? We elections. So, Howard Gardner tells us that there are 7 types of intelligences. Ano lang to? Theory lang to, but I think it's true. First is verbal linguistic. Second, logistical mathematical, I'll go on. Visual spatial, body kinesthetic, musical rhythmic, interpersonal and intrapersonal intelligence scale. As normal human beings, kita nyo ba guys? Well, very lino pa ng mata. Ayan. As normal human beings, we usually focus on 2 or 3 intelligences. That's why some of you are good in math and science, but you have 2 left feet on the dance floor. Some of you are great with visual arts, but when it comes to speaking on stage, you get frightened. So you don't have, what's that? You don't have, but yung interpersonal, parang takot ka. And also some of you prefer to do sports instead of art. It's not wrong or right to emphasize on 2 or 3. It's just what we do as normal human beings. I'm weird. So, as normal human beings, it's just what we do. You are all born with all 7. It's just that you don't access all of it. So these are actually tools which you can use eventually and become gifts. So I'm going to tell you again to wait because you all have the 7 intelligences, but you can never use them all at the same time. So you have to wait. You can dive into one intelligence, one passion at a time, and when you're good at one, dive into another. That's why I'm going to tell you to wait because your intelligences are here. It's there. It's in your brain. Sabi ni Howard, close kami sabi niya sa akin. And you just have to learn how to access it at a time. Not all of the time. Just, you have all 7, tandaan niya. Sabi mo, oy, galing naman sa sports. Wait lang ma'am, yung visual, spatial ko muna intelligence gamit ko eh. So, pwedeng gano'n. But don't tell your teacher that, your music teacher that, ma'am, sports ako eh. Or, ma'am, hindi ko po natatap yung intelligence ko na yun. But you all have 7. You just have to access it one step at a time. I didn't take up my master's degree now. Pagdasal niyo ako guys, thesis na ako. Ayun. I didn't take up my master's degree. This is it. And when I was in undergrad, I needed to wait. I needed to gain experience before I took up my master's. And upon entering graduate school, I told myself I should have studied more back in college. And when I entered college, I told myself I should have studied more back in high school. Or I should have, diba? But I'm telling you to do your best in school because not all of us are privileged to even enter one. Over time, life has proved to me that my best time is next time. I was okay getting passing grades in college, but when I entered graduate school, kainan na dun eh. And okay was never okay for me anymore. It was my best or not at all. When I left my previous job, I was great. I think I was great with handling student-led or student-initiated events and activities. When I entered a new career into tourism and traveling, I felt stressed. I felt stressed. I felt I didn't know that much, that I don't have enough experience, that I need to learn more. So my new work now actually requires me to tap into my other intelligences. In the office, I'm required to project this amount of money that the business will earn. I don't know Excel, guys. Masters na, hindi pa ako mag-Excel. So it requires me to tap into my inner intelligence, and this reminds me that, uy, meron naman akong talent with I just have to tap. So that's why waiting to be intelligent, whatever way you look at it, involves having the courage to learn far more than what you knew yesterday. It's having the courage to ask, at the same time, admitting that you do not know, and to acknowledge that as younglings, that you need to grow. So wait, but move while you wait. Keep on learning, keep on gaining skill, keep on tapping your potentials because your best time is next time. So kung high school kayo ngayon, best time yung college. So your next time is your best time. Again, 3 reasons on why you should wait. First is, waiting will give you confidence. Okay na, wag na naman pa-kindergarten. Graduate na ako ng maaga. Waiting will give you confidence. Second, waiting will let you value intelligence. And third, waiting will teach you patience. As a child, I was used to fast experiences. That's not me. And specifically in sports, I joined running competitions. When I was in grade 2, I need to run fast. And then in elementary school, I needed to play volleyball, but my experience was cut short kasi sab siya naman laro. In high school, I played taekwondo, wherein I needed to beat my opponent in just 2 minutes. And after recovering from my taekwondo injury, and for at least 3 years, I got interested in marathons. I wanted to run a full marathon, but I knew I needed to wait because I cannot sprint a 42-kilometer marathon. That's Philinvest to Buendia via Skyway and back. So sports science has this thing called teleo-anticipation. Your brain uses an anticipated endpoint, for example, a 5-mile run, to calculate the maximum amount of muscle activity that you will use from start to finish. To keep the long story short, your brain already knows when you will collapse from the moment the gun sound starts. So therefore, the objective of training, the objective of being patient and waiting is essentially to calibrate your teleo-anticipation mechanism in your brain so you can run at your goal pace at the desired level that you wish. So starting out, I couldn't even breathe. Well, I couldn't even catch my breath in a 15-minute run. But yun, noong una kaya ko pa, tapos tumagal aray ko, tapos isa suko na ako. But I knew I needed to wait. So I ran 5Ks and then 10Ks and then 21Ks. I did multiple marathons. And my goal was to run a 21-kilometer marathon in less than 2 hours. When I got that, I said, takbo na akong 32, kaya ko na. And then I ran another 42-kilometer marathon. That was my first in 2014. Imagine that. So I did not accomplish all those in 7 days. I did that in 2 years, max. And with multiple marathons. You don't start somewhere. That's why I'm telling you that not only in sports, you must learn how to be patient with your own growth. You must learn how to be patient with your own progress. I wanted to run a full marathon, but I know I couldn't do that, so I waited. I kept running, I progressed, I waited for the next best opportunity to present itself so I could run a full marathon. So I did that in 2014. And in August 2015, I did my first super sprint triathlon. I didn't know how to swim even if I die, I didn't know how to swim, but I did my first super sprint triathlon last year. And I also won in an aquathlon last year also. So yay! Maneuver a road bike with thin wheels, but I waited. I became patient with my own progress. It can be any discipline, any passion you wish, but waiting involves having the courage to progress and being patient enough to slowly build stamina, because success doesn't and won't happen overnight. I'm not the first or the last person who will tell you that. So be patient, but keep at it long enough. Keep running, keep at it long enough, because your best time is next time. Again, waiting will give you confidence, intelligence, and teach you patience. When I was growing up, I always hear this. Next time na lang, anak. I wanted candy, I wanted to play in the arcade, I wanted new shoes. Actually, I needed new shoes. But my parents always told me that, next time na lang, anak. That phrase was very simple, but it didn't have a deeper meaning to me back then until now. Who knew that my parents already taught me the value of waiting, the value of being patient at such a young age? Who knew that the phrase next time would be something to look forward to now? To this day, I still dream of talking in front of a much wider audience. I still dream of learning plumbing. So pag natapos ako masters, natuto akong plumbing, master plumber. And I also dream of doing an Ironman race. But in order for my next time to be my best time, I need to wait. I need to move while I wait. While I wait for the next best opportunity, because I don't like to sit down under a tree and wait for an apple to fall down so I could eat it. That's not waiting for me. Waiting for me is slowly climbing that tree. Waiting for the precise moment to pick that apple out and go back down. Hindi ka pa dun kakain, bababa ka muna and eat it. Eat the apple. Last na ako. So when we learn and grow in our own way, the context of the life that you have, you learn and grow in your own way. But don't give up your potential just because you failed the next time. Give up wasting time on unproductive tendencies. Don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to the past. Compare yourself to the possible. Better yourself in slow, small ways every single time you're at it, because the opportunities are here. You just have to have the intelligence, the confidence, the patience, and even the strength and presence of mind to seize them. So make sure your best time is your next time. So when you're ready, move. Thank you.